Hello friends, my name is Old Man Cloud. I upload daily Bazaar gameplay videos to my YouTube channel. Welcome to another run, playing Pig this time. Last few runs uploaded to the channel have all been kind of Vanessa builds that started off as weapon spammy, albeit ended up in different directions, but wanted to change things up a bit and go back to Pig, who I feel is relatively strong at the moment. And I always like jungle early as Pig to get your income online, and always go the econ start as Pig as well, and usually try to take kimono to go after the scarf, especially now that the scarf has been buffed pretty significantly so that its scaling rate is improved. And as Pig you're usually going to be playing some shield items early, so scrap isn't the worst thing in the world, but certainly looking for scarf here. Continue our slow climb up the ranks in the Bazaar. It is a relatively slow game to get your rank up, even when you're playing a lot like I am. Hopefully they put in some type of system where you can maintain some degree of your rank from season to season, but we'll see how we go. It's still an early game. Or still early on in the game's lifespan anyway. Let's take a look at Quixel.
Do you have any huge...
Boomerang is decent. Yeah, I'll take Boomerang just for the loot from enemies. Pitchfork I'll take just for the truffle. Shame that it was all weapons there. Would have liked to see some potential scarf scaling. Although equally it's also nice to get to B1, B2 to upgrade scarf, or just get it from a vendor. So now we can definitely focus on scaling our scarf with non-weapon items a bit. These are some interesting stuff. I think we're gonna play it like this and hope we don't run up against poison. Decent first day. I still think we're a decent chance of getting blown out day one. We lose to basically any poison. But I think with the nerf to Matchbox, I think defensive Pig is better than aggressive Pig early on. Although we're about to test that a little bit. The fear is that Shark Claws scale here, but my guess is that at bronze, they're going to scale a bit too slow for this fight, and I think we should win in the Sandstorm here. Shark Claws are an item that Pig hates to see, because you don't like seeing inevitability on the other side. You far prefer you to have the scaling, but in this case, we should be fine. Yeah, we're fine. So every single early win is gold as Pig. Not literally, unfortunately, unless you have that skill, arbitrage. But any single early win you can get as Pig, which is very much a late game build, is fantastic. So we're interested in truffles for our scarf. We're not too interested in weapon vendor, with the way the build's coming to. Oh, that's a good get. Shaping up so far, I should say. We're looking for probably shield skills or some type of econ. Health skills not bad. Defense grid is fantastic and opens up some fun opportunities with shield heavy builds.
Wonderful. The more you get hurt, the more we can hang out.
That's a buy sell. Don't think it's worth a reroll. Need to get our econ a little bit better, but it's fine for the time being. Haven't taken any extra XP, so we don't level even if we beat Rogue Scrapper. That being said, I think we do beat Rogue Scrapper. And I'm not super interested in your cloak, so I think we'll take on the Rogue Scrapper here. I think we should be okay. Cloak is just a really strong early game item. And their only item that they have scaling is their barbed wire, which we're not too afraid of. So I think by the time the Sandstorm comes, we should have shielded up beyond their health level, but we'll see. Looks pretty fine. Not after any item in particular here, just trying to get the XP, and then can possibly look to grab an extra XP from an event in the next few days, in which case we'll hit level 3 before our upcoming fight. Haven't really had the chance to get the scarf scaling online yet, but with the buff to the scarf, it absolutely can be a very strong item. Definitely tempting to take the econ. In fact, I will. Still quite early. Upgrading our cloak seems pretty strong. There's our extra XP, so that's a great item to get. Barbed wire will probably be coming onto the board. Upgrading the robe or checking out a vendor. I'm actually going to check out the vendor. The robe isn't a long-term item, whereas these, that's quite a significant improvement to our build here, because we can play Ganjo, something like this. Yeah. Not ideal having Boomerang on the field. Not really interested in value scaling. I think I'll just take a loot item, given that it's guaranteed to not be a weapon and therefore guaranteed to scale Scarf. So yeah, we have a strong defensive build here. We have a hard time against, even though barbed wire can work early, I'm not super interested. We have a hard time against poison, although we're up against dually, so should be fine in that regard. And we have a hard time against scaling builds coming in from the other side. Although, saying that, look at this poison. You don't see a dually poisoner too much, so this is all going to be down to whether they can get enough poison on us before the sandstorm, and I think they probably are. We have no heal whatsoever. We're obviously very focused on shield, so I think their poison will win them this, which is a shame. But that is just the risk of playing shield at the moment, or indeed at any stage in the Bazaar. Unless you have some heal backing you up, you're just going to get blown out by poison. So not overly concerned with that. Still feel like we're in a decent spot with the scaling scarf. Would love to pick up Spiky Shield or Force Field. Scale the scarf a bit. Keep scaling the scarf, even though it's extremely early for gumballs. I really like getting scarf properly scaled early on. And that's some fantastic scaling. Even though the red gumballs are certainly not what we wanted to see.
Size dilutes the brain. Mind is
Blinkment is a great item now. And there's some potential here as well. I'm going to take these just for the scale, just for the synergy with Silk Scarf. Blinkment probably... I don't think it's worth holding on to Truffles at the moment. Or the Pitchfork, that is. And I think I'm going to sell Blinkment, even though it is quite good. Maybe I'll hold on to it. But I will grab Rewards card and play it next to Piggy Bank. So yeah, we spent out, but we did well. And I'm pretty sure we can take on Eccentric Aetheryte, even though we don't take down your shield very much. I think with our shielding will significantly outclass yours. You have no poison, and Boomerang will do a little bit to get rid of your shield. So I think this should be fine. And we hope we pick up Force Field and pivot into a Force Field pig. Can certainly work extremely well with Scarf. Yeah, we should be fine here. That's a lot of shield that we've put on. This cloak, this robe, I should say, sorry, is a strong early game item. Falls off pretty hard. Same can be said of Ganjo. But pretty strong early game build here. Albeit very weak to poison. There's the Force Field. So we'll definitely be wanting to play that. So you're gone. And you're gone. And we'll level up in one day. I do want the spare change though. So how are we going to play this? I think, is it time to say goodbye to Ganjo? I think so. Especially at bronze, it's done fine. Let's just try to get this sorted out. So we have 2 inventory spaces, we really need 3. So I'll get rid of Pickles, sure. They were fine while it lasted. And then I'll take the spare change for the scarf boost. You only upgrade bronze, so I'm not super interested in that. And then I'm going to want force field on the field, something like this. Upgrading a bronze robe isn't too long for this world, I think, even with force field. You want better options than robe out here. Could make a case for upgrading rewards card. Pig skills are so bad that I'm inclined to just take an upgrade here, even if the upgrade itself is relatively underwhelming. And let's keep an eye out for a fixer-upper or a similar property we can scale with our rewards card. For the time being, you can scale the piggy bank. Now that it's a free upgrade... Upgrade piggy bank for the silver coins. It's a bit of econ, I suppose. We'll do that. I should have had it next to the merchant's card. Oh well. Although B1, B2 not merchants, it doesn't matter. So we play it like this. We have enough room for the spare change. Piggy bank getting scaled. And we want linkment on the field like so. And feel like we're in a pretty good spot here. Level 4 Mac. I mean, we have Boomerang on the field, which is never ideal, but the crux of the build is Scarf into Force Field.
You would stand aside.
They don't have the best timing ever, but not the worst. Of course, the first hit of Force Field does nothing, it's all about the second hit, which goes a lot harder. And seeing as they don't seem to be getting rid of our shield fast enough, we'll get the win. So that's very nice for us. We also have Defense Grid, which opens up some synergy with Force Field as well, especially if we can get our health scaling going. So now we want to... let's hold on to you for the time being in case we get a Scarf upgrade. We'll definitely attend an economic seminar though. Some good stuff here. We'll grab you, sell you. Now I think we need the space. Or at least we need one space. So we'll sell you, buy you, or get you. Chocolate I think we'll be taking for the scaling, in which case we need 5 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're investing very heavily in Scarf scaling here, but I think it's fine. Seeing as we've got Force Field in particular. Keep an eye out for when we want to cash out at Piggy Bank. And I'm pretty sure we can take on Flame Juggler. You're going to put on a scary amount of burn early, but we have Defense Grid and Silk Scarf to get our shield online, and once our shield's online, we'll be fine. So let's just continue pushing for getting the most XP that we can early on, unless we see an enemy that we really fancy an item or skill from. We'll default to maximum possible XP, please. That seems fine. Worth taking. I'm always too scared to take Lethargy. I can imagine it benefits us more than it... I can imagine it hurts us less than it hurts the opponent here. And it's good synergy against, like, it's a good advantage against weapon spam Vanessa or aquatic Vanessa or things like this, but just don't have the guts to take a skill that hurts me as well as the opponent. So let's just play it safe and take toughness, a bit of a shield boost. So we're getting to the point where we want to be selling out of Piggy Bank. Once we sell you, we'll only have 6 room. So now actually is the time to sell out of Piggy Bank. And let's take a fight, hopefully. Great. Diamond Fangs could be interesting, although Pig not usually who you want to play it as, or use it with, I should say. I think the game plan here is pretty clear. We just buff Scarf to an absolute insane level and rely on winning with Force Field. Hope we can win relatively early. It's a decent get. Put you there. So we need to sell one change here. Really hoping for a Scarf. Hello? Really hoping for a Scarf upgrade while we have an inventory full of non-weapon items to sell. So let's have a look at Kev's Armory, which can include a Scarf. Okay, we got some stuff here. We'll definitely be taking Lemonade Stand. And this is very tempting with an inventory full of spare change. What would we do? We'd sell out of you and you. We'd buy you. But we can't play another large item. This could be so good with all the spare change we've got in stock though. What if we put Lemonade Stand in the bag for the time being, like this? And then we buy the money tree. Then we roll. Shame it's not the cool money tree. It's the nerfed money tree. Robe is back, as always happens. Now we sell out of our coins, which buffs money tree, buffs Silk Scarf, and buffs our health through Lemonade Stand. Yeah, cool. Lemonade Stand can make it onto the board at some point, but not quite yet. We need to get our health up more, and we want money tree to be gaining value through our rewards card. Yeah, cool. And we'll buy sell you for the Scarf. I mean, you can certainly be very good. You're kind of cool as well. That whole shop was just cool, but let's leave it like this. So now we need to figure out our best board. It's definitely... I mean, it's just this, isn't it? Lemonade Stand barely does anything at the moment. You do nothing. It's just these three items. And I feel like even though we're only playing the three items, we're in a decent spot. Decent chance to win this. Money Tree not doing much yet, but has the potential to scale a lot, especially with our rewards card. I think we should be okay against this, because they won't be doing much about our shield. So hopefully the second hit of Force Field will do a number on them here. Does, although it's not quite a victory. The timing doesn't work there either. Okay, I'm getting a bit concerned with the poison and the timing not lining up. They've now fully recovered. Yeah, we just got unlucky with... Although Scarf pops... No, they have the poison. Yeah, we just got unlucky with timing there. That happens with Force Field. Especially when you're relying on Scarf. Maybe if we can keep on buffing Shield and Money Tree, it might help a little bit with that situation, with the timing. So that's a disappointing loss, but it happens. So we want you to be going on you. And we want to be getting lots of small items.
The smaller proportions, the finer.
That's a good upgrade.
You're a smart one.
I think I'll draw the line at 8
Tell everyone you got it
for buy-sell at the moment. You I'll take for your truffles. We want to put truffles on you. Take that for the buff.
Remember, diamonds.
And I'll take that for the buy-sell. That scales everything pretty much in its own way. And then let's take a look at a fight. Great. This is fine. Okay. So yeah, we can definitely want to be scaling the value of Money Tree as much as we can. Because this can get to pretty crazy levels. Would love to see a ledger. Although that immediately means we're in for an hour plus run the moment you see a ledger. Although we may already be anyway.
Believe you'll win, and you'll win, but not.
That's a fine buy seller.
The joy of more.
And we'll take loot, seeing as we can guaranteed buy sell it. Or just sell it, really. And now, pretty sure we can take anyone here. I think I'll take the Gorgon Noble just for the XP. So we have 2 free spots on our board. Even though we're kind of weak to poison, we're also kind of not, just because poison means they're not getting rid of our shield, which means we're going to hit incredibly hard with our force field, like that. Would love to see Petrifying Gaze, of course. But we're pushing a nice little XP advantage here, I feel. That's fine. You're a sellable. And Economic Seminar can be great. Non-weapon items can be great. Interesting. I'll go here. They're both fine to just sell. Not really what we're looking for. Skill upgrade is a pretty great get because we would like to upgrade Defense Grid with the Force Field combo. Never lucky. Sure, 5 shield. Maybe we shouldn't have taken Burst of Flame. Although it is fine. Still can't put Lemonade Stand, so we're still playing 2 spots down on the board, but well, there is no but. That's just not ideal. However, I still feel like we're also pretty well placed. So long as the timing doesn't go horribly wrong like the previous one, we should be fine. Burn, I feel like we counter relatively well with our shielding. We just need some timing to line up with the Scarf, which it looks like it has relatively well. And now we'll just need one more here, the Force Field, and we'll be fine. Fantastic. More change for the money tree. Now, what do we buff here is the question. Can make a definite case for money tree, can make a definite case for Scarf. I think we're going to go Scarf. I think Scarf scaling is really our win con here with Force Field. And we'll keep a lookout for money tree upgrade as well, because we would like to see that. Can see it from large, but the temptation of taking on another fight I think is just too high. Gotta take a chance of a fight. Never lucky. Lemonade Stand also a good upgrade.
Reward the peaceful.
Alright, some good stuff here. We'll definitely take Stained Glass Window to play for the AI fights. You're an interesting chap, but the only property we really have is Money Tree, so I don't think so. You're a buy-sell. That's a good upgrade. And I think we'll hold on to Vending Machine in the bag. Even if we only get 1 day of value from it, it's pretty good. And we want to buy-sell Cloak, but we can't. In fact, we're probably not getting value from you, are we? Because we'd rather have Cash Register, and we're not getting rid of Lemonade Stand or Signet Ring. So you can just turn into a buy-sell. And then we can also buy-sell Cloak. So some nice buffs there. And then we want to play Stained Glass Window for Shielded Money Tree buffing. Like so. And I feel very confident taking on all comers at this point. Shame we didn't get the Defense Grid upgrade. But it is what it is. Stained Glass Window can help us scale Money Tree quite a lot. Which is lovely. Might even take a risk of playing it in human fights if we don't see a better item to include in its place. Wouldn't be devastated to lose it. And it has nice potential upside, but we'll see how we go. Look, it's not very good at all. Yeah, I'm gonna skip it. I'd like to keep an option of upgrading our defense grid. More easily attainable. So now we want to play you there. So we have 3 free slots. Do we take... I think we still take the chocolate. Nothing I can sell other than cash register, but that has really great synergy. So I think I'm just going to take 3 instead of 5, which you never like to do. But we're still getting such great value from them. With buffing our scarf and our lemonade stand. And our health through lemonade stand, I should say. And let's have a look at small items. Definitely take you for your truffles.
Be remorseless.
And we'll take a roll. You're not a weapon. You're not a weapon.
My class had neither.
Money tree's starting to get there. Through rewards card. Let's take a look at gold. That's great. Can't say no to that. And that helps with lemonade stand potentially making a case for getting on the field as well.
Thank you.
And I am going to play stained glass. It's greedy. It's definitely greedy. But not too devastated if we lose it, and I think we're in a good enough spot to justify including on the board for the risk. Feel like we have to match up well against a burn Mac, albeit one with a nasty calcinator and Fireclaw to go alongside it. But all we need is one well-timed hit, which I think is coming up, brother. There it is.
Share with me your secrets.
So that's where playing stained glass window pays dividends. Money tree starting to get there, even in its nerfed form. We want to sell both of these, and we want to get back to buffing our money tree. And I'll have a look at econ items.
I know you, Mr. Pygmalion, as shrewd as you are.
VIP pass is a holder.
This will do well for you.
Abacus.
I promise.
Don't think Vineyard is the play. Doesn't quite work though, does it? Because if we want to play stained glass window, which is probably going to get us more value than VIP pass, I don't think Shield Money Tree will go off 5 times. Well, maybe. And we can't really include you instead of a scarf or force field. Maybe we don't hold on to VIP pass. We'll see. Hold on to it for the time being anyway. Let's take a roll. We definitely want these ones, these lads. How do we afford... Definitely want the safe, but how do we get 7 gold? Time to sell rewards card? It's so good though. Time to sell stained glass window? It's so good though. VIP pass isn't enough to get us there. Don't want to sell cash register or lemonade stand. Ah, this one's a bit nasty. Maybe we do sell stained glass window and rely on VIP pass for the scaling. I think that's the play. That feels wrong. I know how good it is. But let's take the immediate value here. And then let's also upgrade you, why not?
That same investment once. I'd say the results are...
And so now, for an AI fight, we'll swap these two around and scale Money Tree with VIP Pass. Let's have a look at items. Still got a little bit of money and we benefit from rewards card. It's a good get. You help everything. We'll buy, sell you.
Come back for a refund.
I'd like one more buy, sell. Ledger's a great get. Alright, we're in for the long haul, friends. Ledger immediately means the run's going to be significantly longer. But it is what it is. We play you like so. And I think we can take the Radiant Corsair.
The whole bazaar.
We prefer your Spyglass not to hit Scarf, which you didn't. You hit Force Field, which I think is fine. Our shield just matches up so well against Radiant Corsair that I think we should be fine here. Still relying on some decent timing, but we also benefit from the fight being a long one because VIP Pass gets more of an opportunity to scale our money tree, which is great to see, and I think we are going to win. So now every time Money Tree goes off, it's gaining 1 value through VIP Pass. Of course, you don't need me to tell you we're looking for Fiery Rebirth. Will not be taking you. Even buffed, you're bad.
About motivation. You
And
gotta
let's take
know
loot.
what you're fighting for.
Sure. So then we swap these two back. Gumballs. You. We go to Gumballs, which benefit us massively. Then we put Ledger down here. We probably want Ledger buffing, I would say, rewards card value, because rewards card is going to get sold at some point most likely. Play it something like this. This seems fine. And then take very slow Gumballs. I freaked out over our health dropping down so massively then, until I realised it's just temporary from large appetites when we have 2 Gumballs on the board. Such massive scaling here. Benefits Ledger, which benefits Money Tree, benefits Scarf, which benefits Force Field, and benefits health from... well, that was nearly a disaster. Benefits health from Lemonade Stand as well. Let's get our board back in order. Keep an eye on Ledger. Don't have much money to play around with, unfortunately, because this can certainly be fantastic. Oh, that's a juicy item. That's cool as well. But nothing that we're looking for here.
As we say,
I had rewards card on the wrong spot. That's a bad misplay. No matter how often I play Pig, always make the 1 or 2 inventory management mistakes. This is right though. Thankfully we're up against a level 9 dually, rather than level 10 that is.
Boring.
Little bit of poison. Bugs. We get bonked. Still feel like this should be fine, but who knows? Who knows with dually? It can always get very nasty, can't it? But as I've been saying, we really just need the one well-timed... oh, so close. I guess 2 well-timed force fields, and we get there. Would love to have more crit chance here. Money Tree is certainly helping us maintain constant healing and shielding. Should have checked that I had space for the coins, but I'm pretty sure I do. Gumballs. Yeah, we had space for the coins. Ledger's not popping yet. So let's go Gumballs. Let's get Ledger down here. Let's be buffing you. Let's get you up there. Slow Gumballs, I'm afraid. Sometimes Pig can be very slow to play. There's just no way around it. Especially I feel like my playstyle with Pig leans on the kind of scaling value style play, as you're seeing here, like this insane value from Gumballs. This is really doing it for me. But it does make for very long runs. Play it like this. Tempting to get 3 gold tier chocolate, but given we have rewards card, let's take a merchant.
Price, you can't afford it.
We'll be buying and selling those.
That? I mean, excellent choice.
And I think we will not be re-rolling given our lack of funds. Then we'll be swapping these around and taking on the Doctor. Defense grid is starting to do work, but we really need it to go up to silver before we start considering fashioning our build in a way to take maximum advantage of it. There's certainly kind of somewhat gimmicky one-tap builds you can play with it if you get it to rank up. We missed out on our spare change there. That was a misplay. Crit effects is very tempting to take on Force Field. Random enchant on Scarf can also be amazing. I think I'm going to take crit effects on Force Field. 50% crit on this is really, really nice. And I'll put our next enchant, hopefully, on Scarf. Gotta go property. I thought that was Thieves Guild. Still gotta go it, though.
I buy many anything.
There's a money tree upgrade, which is fantastic.
Who has me?
And that's all we can afford. You scale for 4 now, that's pretty juicy. Chocolate bars are great, we don't really have the room. How would we make the room? We can't really. Want to keep cash register, want to keep lemonade stand. Or can we afford to get rid of lemonade stand now? It's just starting to get good though. Can't afford to get rid of ledger. Can't afford to get rid of either of these. Maybe this is not a chocolate bar situation and instead it's a vendor situation.
Crazy place, right?
Not interested here and not worth the reroll, so we're using that just for the rewards card scaling pretty much.
Maybe if I got better goods.
And then we flip it around like this. And go up against Vanessa. They've also earned their level 10 enchant, so it can certainly be getting a bit dangerous. I fancy our chances against weapons, which it is.
This more fun.
Pretty nasty weapons. Shiny cannonade is going to do work. But we get in there with our shield. Crit one time. We got the crit.
Next time, boys. Less
The one time paid off.
more plunder.
And somehow they ended up burnt. Oh, our skill. I think our Burst of Flame skill finished them off there. So that was a little scary. That was a very aggro Vanessa. But that was the crit chance on Force Field is really, really nice. You're not proccing yet, but you are about to proc, which you need to keep in mind. Chocolate bar, still super tempting. We're missing out on a lot of value by not being able to take chocolate. But I still am going to hold on for the time being.
Send me your huge items.
So now we want you there, like this. And we'll take a buy-sellable and a buy-sellable, even though you're a weapon.
Midsworth says I have to trade even when I don't care.
Bit of scaling. And a bit more scaling.
So I can buy things.
Scarf is massively scaled now. Sure, let's take another look. Ah, rewards card! Damn it! Like I said, every time I still am making mistakes. We're gonna buy,
I can feel our energy.
sell. I'm frustrated about that. Buy, and I'm gonna sell even though we only get 2 chocolate out of you because there's nothing that I want to sell in my inventory. Okay, no more misplays. Let's get Scarf out here. VIP pass scaling money tree and taking on Death Knight. There's probably some awful timing here that would mean we lose, but for the most part I think we should be fine. Geez, the nerfed money tree is pretty rough, isn't it? It's still we've scaled it so much, but it's still not doing a huge amount. That was good timing though with the Scarf and the Force Field. I mean, it's not bad. We'll take you. We're going to level up though, so we really want a space to get our spare change. Ugh, the inventory space is a bit of a nightmare. There's nothing I can sell, so we're just going to miss out on the spare change.
Ah, the joy of more. Bring it in.
Gotta be Pygmalion skills, I think.
Could learn much from this place. I know I have.
Yeah, Chocoholic is really nice for us. As a buy-sell build. Rewards card is scaling money tree.
My battle days are over.
Caltrops can be very interesting as pig, but not what we're doing at the moment. And I'd prefer not to re-roll actually here. Weapons aren't really where we get our best buy-sell value. There's another vendor for more money tree scaling. Hogwash can be interesting, not really what we're doing. All these are a bit expensive. I'm gonna roll. Some cheaper buy-sells here.
You see that, Barkin? That's how it's done.
Not quite proccing ledger. I think I'm gonna buy Yo-Yo just to proc ledger before our next fight. For a little bit of extra value. Any help we can get is worth it here. course, we still have one free spot where we can be playing something instead of rewards card in combat, although inventory space is at a real premium. Legendary Vanessa. Still feel like we match up pretty well.
My dreams are too
We have a lot of health from Lemonade Stand, we have huge defense through Money Tree and Scarf, and we have the aggression through Force Field. They're going to be hitting incredibly hard. Freezing Force Field is certainly not what you want to see, but we have survivability. I think we're going to be fine here, well, especially with that timing. The crit enchant was a great one.
now that's given up
The 5 gold tier spare change is just too good to pass up on here with how much it scales everything. So we need to clear up 2 room. We can sell that straight away. We need to clear up ideally more than 2 room because we're also going to get 2 spare change from cash register. Maybe we get rid of cash register, seeing as we're not going to see a benefit from it here. Or maybe we get rid of Lemonade Stand, seeing as it's probably never making it on the board. It's probably not getting enchanted. Yeah, that's a shame to see it go, but it's done great work for us. And we need the space. Thank you for your service, Lemonade Stand. We'll take the 5 gold tier spare change, even though it misses out on 2 spare change from the cash register. Prefer to hang on to the cash register. Yeah, happy with this. And then we're going to put you here like so. And then we're going to sell here. Incredible value. That really pleases me. And we're going to go for gumballs as well for more incredible value. The scarf scaling is out of control. The money tree is out of control. Ledger's doing work. Chocolate we can now take full advantage from. The value. I feel like the streamer Trump from the old Hearthstone days, if anyone remembers that. If anyone else is as old as me. In love with the value. Let's go back to this. Void Colossus. As long as you don't kill Force Field, we're fine. I think I'd rather take Property Baron, which should be a guaranteed win, even though he's kind of nasty. And who has some amazing skills for us. Big numbers would be incredible. Trader would be incredible. Master Salesman would be incredible. It's all good, baby. Definitely a chance that he beats us, though, because of how nasty he is. Kind of came down to timing a little bit there. We take it. Not the item we were looking for. Swap you around. Sell you, making sure that we don't proc Ledger, which we don't. I think I'm gonna take some XP here.
Sent me the Bazaar.
if you're not growing.
Have to take an upgrade. I think I'm gonna upgrade. Scarf is already scaling so much. Money Tree is also scaling like crazy. I think the Diamond Scarf, there's still a bit to go. With the, we can get this really nastily scaled. If you don't already consider it nastily scaled, it goes crazy now. Let's double check. Let's just take a gander here with rewards card. Cheap buy sell, a cheap roll.
I prefer
No cheap buy sells here. Ledger doesn't proc yet, so you're gone. Okay. And we still have one free spot for fights. And we have a great spot to put an enchant on Scarf. So I'm feeling relatively good about this one.
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen.
We get bombed again. Nasty Fang Langzhon with a lot of poison, but with timing lining up, if Langzhon can go before our Scarf, it would be great, which it does. I think we should be fine now. Yeah, we're fine.
Like my crew says at the bar, another round.
Liking our chance of getting this through to 10 relatively early before we start seeing too broken stuff, but you never know. The Money Tree pickup has still been nice, even though it obviously would have been a lot nicer if it was the non-nerfed version. Still not proccing Ledger. Scarf is getting crazy. Defense Grid is a great upgrade. We'll definitely be taking that. That helps our build out a lot.
Come
That's a good get.
With your aura guided me to what
That's a good get. That's a good get.
for the good of
We will be proccing you, so we'll put you like so. I still don't understand that scream. There's a reference I'm missing, I feel. Let's take a roll. And let's buy Beehive because you give us 2 buy cells, or 2 cells, I should say.
Experience today.
Getting the extra chocolates from Chocoholic is super nice as well. And then we can't afford anything else, which is fine. At some point we're going to want to cash out of our rewards card. But for the time being, we can stick with it. And I feel like Trash Titan's skill can be great for us. I think for the sake of 1 fewer XP, let's try for your skill. Juggler can be really nice with what we're doing, especially once we finally find a way to replace rewards card. Probably should be keeping an eye out for that. Yeah, that's a nasty force field, especially with the defense grid synergy.
It's all about motivation. You gotta know what you're
It's
fighting
a fine buy sell.
It's all about motivation. You gotta know
How's
what
Ledger
you're
looking? It's
fighting
2 away. It's now 1 away. Let's take a look at
If
diamonds.
you know you are the best, is not humility a deception?
Hey, 6 items, 2 seconds. That's interesting. Haste the entire board. We gotta be able to do better than this, even as Pig. Yeah, Artillery Spotter's way, way better. Electrified Hull is incredible. Constantly charging back and forth. Makes timing hard to predict. Although getting you to 100% crit chance effectively is really strong as well. Along with increasing crit chance of everything else. These are all fantastic. I think I'm going to take the crit chance. I think getting you to 100% crit is really valuable, and getting higher crit chance on our shielders is also really valuable. I'm going to take the free chocolate here. Which means we want to put you down here. Like so. Don't have enough coin to risk, brother.
To trust the shrouded stranger.
Just take some free
choice.
money.
But so be it.
Another pig, so this will be an interesting matchup. Could be a similar build, a property value scalar type build. Fixer upper, Ice Club,
I should warn you.
Hogwash, Icy Space Scraper. That's pretty nasty. Still feel like we should be okay. How did you get this, brother? They do have an awful lot of health, and it's going to be getting nastier and nastier. Let's see how this one goes. We're going to be relying on crits, I feel, but our shield is also going to be getting right up there. I wish you'd stop freezing my scarf. You have negative 5,000 health? Hello? Did we win? Okay, that'll do it. Hitting for 10,000, 20,000 really with the crit. That'll do it. That was a bit of a mess, but we win. So we're 1 away. Really should get to 10 wins unless we get very, very unlucky. Put you there. Can look to cash out of rewards card at some point. Let's just take a freebie. Oh no, in fact we want to be visiting a vendor with the value we're getting from rewards card.
Go make some
And
more
we'll take some cheap buy sells just for
Enjoy the thrill of battle. Okay.
Ledger, which is now going to proc. I think that was right. 300 value money tree. Nilly. Definitely be taking free chocolates for scaling everything. Especially our scarf. Oh my goodness, the scarf. With no enchant as well, that's on nearly 3,000 shielding. And I think for similar reasons as last time, we go Property Baron and try for one of your skills. Skyscraper would also be interesting. because it works very well with Money Tree. But I think the force field, the deadly force field synergy is a bit better at the moment, but we'll see. Not proccing yet. 3,000 shield exactly on our scarf. It's a thing of beauty. Don't really want income because I feel like all going according to plan, we're winning today. So we don't want something that's long-term looking. To 8. More value scaling.
What can I get? If it's not right for you, bring it back.
Up to
I want you
9.
to be happy.
We want one more buy sell. That'll do.
Oh, delivery's free. I like the exercise.
Can make a case for holding on to it, but I think I'd rather just cash out now. That should have given us another chocolate bar, right? Oh, it did. There it is. That can sometimes be a bit bugged. And then I think I'll take you, especially because we get a chocolate from you. And same for you, actually.
If it's not right for you,
Let's just
bring it
really maximize our chance of getting there today. And then let's go fins and take a shield buff, even though it's relatively minor.
Are just containers for it.
Yeah, we're in a really great spot. Pig is probably our least favoured build to see, but I still think we're in a great spot to get to 10 here. I'd give us 60 to 70% chance. This scarf is just nasty, nasty, nasty.
Right. My dreams are too big for you.
Fixer upper, billboard. Oh wow, wee wah. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to punch through this shield, are we? And they're burning so much. How nasty is that billboard? Wow, wee wah. Wow. Shielding for 1,200 every second. How did that happen? Open sign, I suppose, plus a bunch of other stuff. Property mogul. Yeah. Plus balcony, turbo balcony. Yeah, too good. That pig build was too strong. So now we start getting a little nervous. We still need just one lucky fight, but we definitely start getting a little nervous on the back of that. We will be taking our gumballs, please. Which means we want to play something like that. We'll probably be cashing out of rewards card today, at a guess. So let's pump the value of rewards card. Not entirely sure how we significantly improve our board beyond doing what we're doing with the scaling. I suppose we get an enchant on our scarf is a very significant way of improving the build. And I suppose we have a kind of a 2 slot almost here. We don't need to be playing VIP pass anymore, and rewards card is just wasted on the board. So I guess we look for an item to slot in there as well. Can be a significant way of improving the build. I feel like Money Tree has to stick on the board now. An upgrade to Money Tree would be pretty significant as well. We're hitting pretty hard with our first hit of Deadly Force Field before Scarf even goes off.
You seem like a nice person.
With a combined effect of Defense Grid and Money Tree. So interesting choice here. I think we upgrade Money Tree. Which I assume gives it... in fact, it probably just gives it more scaling, doesn't it? I assume it goes to when you sell spare change, this gains +5 value or something. So it's probably a little late for that. In which case, I think we maybe take a look at skills. Deadly Force, the Force Field upgrade does nothing. So yeah, let's take a look at skills.
once young and impatient. I understand.
The one we care the most about is already at 100%, so I think I'll take a bit of charging. Can mess up with the order and timing and everything a little bit, but I think that's fine. And we want you something like this. Definitely want to cash out of our rewards card, I think. Let's have a cheeky peek here. Yeah, let's have a cheeky peek here. We may end up at a vendor anyway for the buff, and we do.
I would never debase my wares by
Lots of buy
You're a
sellables.
smart one for your size. Shall I gift wrap it for you? Tell everyone you got
I think we draw the line at 16. Unless it was a medium, because then, well, it can't be from this vendor, but we'll buy mediums for that much because they give us free chocolate. So maybe we hold on to rewards card for one more day. If we don't get the win today, maybe we cash out of it tomorrow. Maybe that's the play. Do we go digging or property? I think it has to be property. Especially with the rewards card scaling. You're interesting, you'd give our money tree multicast, but we don't have anything to get rid of. I think I will sell this for 12
Gold may not be my gold.
in order to get the chocolate. And I think we're going to cash out of our rewards card now because the money is so nice for us. So play it like this, and then similar deal here with the buy sell.
Soon I'll be the buyer.
Draw the line there.
No one
You're
can say
interesting.
that wasn't a fair deal.
You're interesting, but no. You're worth sticking in the bag for the time being.
Perhaps someday we'll
So we're gonna be playing items down, which is probably poor play on my part, but I feel like I didn't really see anything I'd like to play. Anyway. So the build is this. Do you ever make a case for selling things from bag? Get 2 spare change plus 3. We'd miss out on the truffle, which is fine. I think maybe we get rid of signet ring. Minor buff to scarf, very minimal, but we clear up the space. And we're running out of days where it can be effective anyway, or hours where it can be effective. So we're an item down, but we're still pretty strong. Vanessa is one of probably the build I'd most like to see, even though it can, of course, blow us out of the water, especially freeze. But let's see how we match up here. It's a burning barrel, Vanessa. What's your crit chance? Oh no. We didn't get to use our first item, which means we'd never procced defense grid, which would have saved us. That's unfortunate. I must have been really close to using our item. Anyway, we're getting to the nasty build, the nasty point of the game. We really needed to get a little lucky with one of our previous fights, but it is what it is. I'm going to take burn on Scarf. It's probably relatively minor because very often we're not getting to the 8-second mark of combat, but it's something. And if our timing doesn't line up at all, it's something, and it improves our what was I going to say? Yeah, it's just an alternate win condition basically, and it's nothing else is going to be particularly good anyway, so it is what it is. So we sell out of everything we've got here. Plus, it's kind of cool to have such a ridiculously massive scarf. We're never getting to another day. Today is the last day no matter what, so we may as well sell out of everything here. And we really should be looking for a way to a small or medium item to fit on our board.
I'm a people person. And
Which will not be you. Nearly sold the scarf there for some reason. So much scaling for our scarf. Shame it's almost certainly not going to get to go off. But a boy can dream. 4,300 shield on the scarf.
Do you have to
Just gonna buy, sell you. Oh, I guess we should hold on to you. To be strictly correct. Billboard sadly can't work because we only have 2 spots. Small and large? Sure.
All things in moderation.
Ice Luge is certainly worth considering.
And that's our master
I think it's just too slow for this stage of the game, and our build doesn't work through survival. It works through one tapping with nice timing. Although, if we were to pick up Spaceship, you're Spaceship, bro, aren't you? If we were to pick up Spaceship, we'd definitely find a way to make it work, because I think we could get a guaranteed kill if we rocked Spaceship with Scarf and Force Field, depending on the order of everything. So yeah, so that's how you're supposed to work. Money tree goes off, procs defense grid, procs electrified hull, procs force field. But often it's not that easy against human players.
Now that's giving up.
Still looking for something to play here. I feel like there should be some good skills for us here. Trader would have been great to get early, it's too late now. Yeah, reduce the cooldown of properties has to be great. Even though the timing gets a little messy, reducing the cooldown of Money Tree is really nice because it procs defense grid even sooner. Just helps with our survivability. And let's have a look at Pearl's site to try to dig up a small or medium item that we can include on the board. Too slow. Too slow. Interesting, but no. We've got enough to go digging a bit here, so let's really try to find something to improve our run. Caltrops can be cool, but not what we're looking for. Not burning. Belt. Has to be belt, I think, just for survivability. Yeah, I don't think we're doing better than belt.
That belongs in a museum, but I guess you can keep it.
So that means we can get rid of you. And as tempting as to take free chocolate, I think with this much money, the players to take large items and buy, sell even the really expensive ones with the benefit of chocolate. Technically, we should probably hold on to Lemonade Stand. Yeah, so it's the last day, so we're just cashing out to the extent we're able. Ice Club's going to make me think. Look at how beefy the Lemonade Stand is with our max health. And that's without Scarf.
What should I do with it?
Or without Belt, I should say. Nice to get a little bit of cheeky value from Lemonade Stand there. So let's just think here. Let's make sure... So your ledger's never going off again so we can sell. Geez, that's a lot of heal. If we'd had that in our bag, I would have considered putting the enchant on you. Although again, at 7 seconds, you're just too long. Ice Club, we're not freezing at all, so the benefit is the falling below half health, but that doesn't really help us either. So I think they're gone. I think the build we've put together on the board is the best that we can. Something like this. So the plan is for Money Tree to go off in 3.4 seconds, procs defense grid, which in turn procs deadly force field, guaranteed crit, and hopefully kills them in one. If that fails, we have the backup plan with Scarf, and we have some survivability with Belt. We get blown out by disruption, freeze, and even to some extent slow. So yeah, I would say we're about 50-50 on day 14 to win with this build. So fingers crossed we get this one across the line. Even if we don't though, it's been a very fun run.
You should know. I'm a bit
What are you doing? You're a life stealer with bloodhounds, so you're a nasty... Oh, and you've got spices. I think we should be okay here, because we shield a lot and then get the one tap in. So no disruption. We win with no disruption, even though they were going to get really nasty. Super fun pig build. Got our Scarf to 5,000 shield there, which is pretty insane. Without a shield enchant as well. That's mental. And then using the force field to one tap with it, with some support from nerfed Money Tree. Fun pig run. May have got it in under an hour. It'll be close, I think. But at any rate, thank you so much to those who watched. And really appreciate the support on this tiny little channel of mine. Really does mean a lot. And I will see you next time. Cheers.